What do you think about like YouTube being this destination for stunts and these? I mean, you look at like the Nelk boys, you look at all these groups of people who probably grew up watching you guys and then have gone on to have tons of success doing it. Are you looking at this going, wow, we inspired a generation? Or are you looking at like they're jacking our shit? Is it love? Is it
Neither.
Admiration? Is it
neither? And what a fascinating dynamic, man. A dear friend of mine has a stepson who just graduated from this like ultra elite high school, which Kanye West's kids go to. He raps about their high school. Maybe they're not in high school, but the same school. Like
Sierra Canyon?
Exactly it.
Yeah.
Sierra Canyon.
LeBron's
and
kids
LeBron's kids go there.
Yeah.
Kanye. This kid is on LeBron's Instagram page, and like he's completely unfazed by that. But when he found out that I was collaborating with Steve Will Do It and the Nelk Boys, the kid's fucking head, his head exploded. They're like, dude, you used to be like a fucking run-of-the-mill fucking whatever, and now because of your affiliation with the Nelk Boys, you are the coolest fucking kid in my entire house.
Because the cool thing about now is that the creators are the validators. Back in the day, it was like you had to be on MTV, you had to be on HBO, and to be one of these channels. Now you could be on the channels, but if it's not hot, it means nothing. You can have a show on Netflix, but if nobody's watching it, nobody gives a fuck.
Right.
Like there are people who have NBC sitcoms right now that you and I don't know are even on the air.
Yeah.
That didn't happen back in the day. But if you do something with the Nelk Boys, everybody's going, oh shit, he's popping.
I will absolutely agree with you on the network television, but I'm gonna push back on the Netflix piece because with the Netflix, number one, like there is no such thing as a flop because they don't reveal their numbers, and number two, like like when you had your Netflix special, your multi-part special come out, that changed your life, right?
Not even close.
Not even close.
Did less.
Wow.
I did it for boomers. I did it because boomers still need to see the validation.
That's some wind in my sails, bro.
I'm being serious. Like I did it for people, to be honest, like you. They go, you see me have a Netflix special next to my name. You're like, oh, he's legit.
How do you explain Bert Kreischer?
Bert Bert will tell you this to his face. Bert is a marketing genius. One has an amazing live show too. But 3 is a viral sensation. It is YouTube that blew him up. He had a Showtime special that he ripped off. If you look at anybody selling tickets right now, none of them are doing it because of Netflix.
Wow.
You look at the people really, I mean this, none of them are doing it because of Netflix, none of them are doing it because of HBO, none of them are doing it because of TV. There's a lot of people who have those specials, but they're not doing it. The people who are selling tickets right now are on YouTube. They're either releasing specials on YouTube, they have podcasts on YouTube, they're able to build in that space.
A manager called me into a meeting to talk about managing me, and this guy, 2013, and we were talking a decade ago, and he says, dude, it's all about the digital space. You gotta have a YouTube channel, you gotta have a podcast, you gotta be cranking on social media, that's where it's at. And I was like, listening to this, and I thought, okay, I'm hearing what he's saying, but it sounds like he's describing me doing a bunch of work to create all this great content by myself, and he's not describing he does shit. And the proposal is that he gets 10% of everything that I do. And on top of that, I felt like, dude, like I've been in like #1 box office movies. Like I'm like, you know, like it felt like such a depressing demotion to be like, now I'm uploading YouTube videos, you know, like, and the fact was that I was just in such a fucking dark, depressed spot, that I just, to keep my sanity, I just fucking, and my other buddy was like, dude, I'm killing it in YouTube. Like fucking, you know, he taught me how to edit. Yeah. And now I no longer needed any fucking permission from any fucking corporate asshole to allow me to do something. Now I just do whatever the fuck I want.
Yes, sir.
So back then, that was 2013 when I launched my YouTube channel.
Yep.
And that was where, like, I did not think that there was any like real money in what I was doing. I thought it was kind of embarrassing, but I was just doing it to keep myself sane.
Yeah.
And then over the years since then, we've seen the emergence of the Logan Pauls, the fucking Nelk Boys. I just watched a video the title of it was something like the influencer bubble is gonna pop, and it was like, it said that these fucking YouTube people are now making as much or more than bona fide fucking A-list stars and fucking
way more.
And like top athletes.
Way more.
And
top athletes is close.
I don't
think so.
But as far as like bona fide movie stars, like the years of the $20 million movie star done. Like maybe Tom Cruise for like a Top Gun if he's getting points in the movie, that kind of stuff. But like nobody's paying Will Smith $20 million for a movie anymore. They're just not bringing in the money.
Right.
So those numbers are going way down. And the YouTubers, I mean, you look at like Jake, you look at Logan, look at what they're bringing in. Obviously they have other endeavors, but like they're making big fucking money. YouTube is television now.
Yeah.
Back in the day when we grew up and we were watching Jackass, and even before that, you just turned on the TV and whatever came on, you kind of watched.
Right.
That's YouTube. There's still the pay channels, still the HBOs and the streaming networks, the Netflix, et cetera. Those things still exist just like they existed back then, where you have very specific content that you'll tune in for. But in terms of just popping on the TV and leaving something on, that's YouTube. TV's fucking done. And I don't know, for me, I just want to be where the people are. And I think that that's what you realized very early on, too.
Dude, I'm so fucking thankful that...
Doesn't it feel better to have your destiny in your own hands?
Dude, 100%. It's like... I took control of my own shit, and dude, that in 2013, man, I was in that fucked up funk, and at the time, the biggest people in the prank space on YouTube were Roman Atwood and this guy Vitaly, and I collaborated with both of them, double upload, where I did a thing on their channel. They drove all their traffic to my channel, like it was like it was a quadruple fucking collab.
Yeah.
In every direction, and the day that I launched my YouTube channel, I went from 0 subscribers to like way over 100,000.
Wow!
Yeah.
And within like 2 or 3 days, my lawyer was calling up saying that like the big agencies wanted to get you in for a meeting.
Of course,
like I had no agent, and
if you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
Simple as that. You build it, they will.
I again have no fucking agent.
But you don't need it now.
Yeah, I don't.
You do everything you want to do. You create the things you want to create.
Right.
If people want to buy in, they buy in. If they don't, you just do it for the people that already love you and they want to see what you got to do. It's very simple. It's the best way to create.
Right.
You just have to, I don't know if you struggle with this. Some people struggle with this idea, especially if they're older. Like they validate themselves through like the network names and the brand names. So they're like, well, if I'm not in a movie, then I'm not doing something. When they don't realize that, like, the kids that watch you, they never saw you on TV, bro.
Right.
They only know YouTube. YouTube is TV to them.
Sure.
Matter of fact, if you're like, I have this movie Jackass out there, like,
dude,
who gives a fuck?
These
kids have been going to Zoom classes. They don't go out to the movie theater anymore. It's a new generation.